Eu sou o Carlos Júnior e esse aqui é mais um episódio da série incrível com o Dr. Meyer respondendo as questões mais importantes sobre design inteligente. A comunidade do Design Inteligente, ela está produzindo novas pesquisas? Aonde podemos encontrá-las?
Many people wonder if the theory of intelligent design is generating new scientific research, and in fact it is. In addition to explaining new evidence that we've had for a long time, like evidence of the information-bearing properties of DNA, or the abrupt appearance of fossils in the fossil record, or even the presence of molecular machines inside living cells, which has been more recently discovered. Proponents of intelligent design are also making predictions based on what we ought to find in the living world if in fact a designing intelligence played a role in the origin and history of life on Earth. One good example of that is the prediction that proponents of intelligent design made about so-called junk DNA, when it was discovered that big sections of the genome did not code for building proteins, but had no known function. Many neo-Darwinists decided that those sections of the DNA must not perform a function, and they were probably, those sections were the remnants of the trial and error Darwinian process and reflected the accumulation of random, non-functional mutations. And that was their interpretation of the so-called junk DNA. In fact, they dubbed those non-coding regions of the genome junk. Proponents of intelligent design said, wait, not so fast. We think that mutation is a real process. There would be some accumulation of error in the genome because of mutations that have occurred over time, but we wouldn't expect that the genome would be, say, 97% junk and only 3% function. We wouldn't expect that the signal would be dwarfed by the genetic noise. And so we predicted that those non-coding regions of the genome would turn out to perform important functions. And in 2011, there was a major study called the ENCODE project that was published, showing that prediction based on the theory of intelligent design had been borne out. It had been confirmed as the scientists who were doing the genomic analysis discovered that those long sections of DNA that did not code for building proteins were nevertheless performing other significant functions, and that overall the non-coding regions of the DNA were functioning much like an operating system in a computer that control the timing and expression of the other data files. And so junk DNA turned out not to be junk at all, and that's a good example of research that has been done that has confirmed a prediction made by intelligent design proponents. And intelligent design proponents are not only making predictions, they're also doing experiments themselves to see if those predictions are being borne out in the laboratory as they look at life in a new way, looking at it as the product of a designing intelligence rather than the product of an unguided, undirected process.
And where can we find those articles?
Well, there are many peer-reviewed scientific articles now that support the theory of intelligent design, and at the website for the Center for Science and Culture at Discovery Institute. So if you go to discovery.org on the web and click on the Center for Science and Culture, you can find a link to many of the peer-reviewed scientific articles that have been published in support of the theory of intelligent design. There have been more that have been published since we posted that list, and so we'll be updating that periodically as well. I happened to publish one of the early articles advancing the theory of intelligent design in 2004. It was published at a mainstream biology journal called the Proceedings of the Biological Society of Washington. It was the scientific publication of the Smithsonian Institution. The article turned out to be very controversial because many scientists didn't like the theory of intelligent design, but it was a peer-reviewed article advancing the theory and doing so on the basis of evidence from the fossil record, embryology, and other subdisciplines of biology. So there are now many articles like that have been published by proponents of intelligent design, which shows that intelligent design is a vibrant scientific research program, and we think it's an exciting one that will attract many young scientists into our research community. And we welcome your interest and hope that you're one of those scientists in the not too distant future. Thanks for watching.
Muito obrigado pela sua resposta, doutor. Se você gostou desse vídeo, não se esqueça de se inscrever no canal e deixar um like. Muito obrigado por assistir até aqui, compartilha para o máximo de pessoas. Até a próxima jornada!